We're making the turmeric mint bar. So, good day. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. We are making some sample size bars for this upcoming restock, and with that we're only going to use one loaf. So this video you can follow along and learn how we make the soap. So the first thing I do, I spray my mold with alcohol. The silicone mold, it's clean and sanitized every single use. Every time we just add the extra alcohol for additional sanitization, and also it helps the soap on mold easier. So I have a line of, there's 3 different types of soap we're gonna make here today. The first one is the turmeric mint bar. And right now I'm just mixing the soap base. This soap base is pre-made soap that we add our extra pizzazz and the real ingredients that helps to penetrate your skin. We add that in. This using pre-made soap. In the soap industry we call it melt and pour soap. Melt and pour soap cuts down on the time that the soap cures. With this type of soap, we only have to wait until the soap cools. When it cools, that takes about 4 hours, so it doesn't take long. And also the extra nutrition in the ingredients that we added in, it's not going to get overcooked. That's what happens when you're doing soap either from the cold process method or the hot process. When you're making soap, it's a really high temperature. With this, we can control the temperatures. We can keep it at a lower heat. That way when we add some of the oils, they're still alive. They still have their nutrients. They're not cooked down in that process. So this is the melt and pour process again. So what we're gonna do, the first layer, let's take our time. We already mixed the soap. Now we're gonna add in our oils. In this soap we have a mixture of avocado oil, hemp oil, coconut oil, and turmeric oil, along with the essential oils of peppermint and eucalyptus. Now it doesn't matter if one layer has a little bit more oil than the other. It's all one soap, and as you use it, you're gonna get the full benefits. I'm just scraping the sides of my bowl to make sure I get all the soap base. You want to be efficient as possible with the soap base. If we don't scrape, we'll leave behind a lot of soap that don't get melted and just stay in the jars and end up being washed out. So we mix that in. If you want to know how much oils to use when you're doing the melt and pour, I suggest you start in the teaspoons. Like, start using the oils per teaspoon, not tablespoon. Tablespoon is going to be too much oil. If you use too much oil, the soap is not going to lather. If you use too little oil, your soap is not going to be as healing as you want it to be. So start in the teaspoons and then increase as you want. The less oil you use, the more lather you get. The more oil you use, the less of a lather you get. When you get to less of a lather, you're getting to more of a conditioning bar. It's not really cleaning. So I'm going to be mindful of that. Okay, so now I'm going to add my turmeric into my white base, the white layer. I'm going to add it directly so it helps to melt down this add a little slowly. Now the way how we create, hold on, let me mix this before I go on to talking. Okay, this is nice. This is gonna turn yellowy as it cools. So I just want to see how we're looking when we're seeing the mold now. Oh, we cannot see the mold at all. Let's go up. And you won't be able to see my face. That's fine. Okay, this gets you a little closer to what we're doing. Okay. So, we have our mold. We spray it with some more alcohol. The first layer we're gonna do is the white layer. I like to use that layer because the clear layer always works out better for me. And as far as movement, the white layer, I don't know if it's the titanium dioxide when they put it in and like working with it after. But after this melts, you don't want to keep remelting it because it's not going to be fluidy. It's hard to work with. It's hard to form swirls with it. This thing is perfect. It is so minty. Alright, so now I'm just gonna pour some more straight down the line. Leave an all-in pour. Then we're gonna spray alcohol on top to get rid of those soap bubbles on top. And then the alcohol also allows the next layer to stick and for it to separate the layers. Dang, I should get another spoon. Okay, move this around. Actually, right now, I'm just gonna pour this in here. Now, should we do clear? Let the clear go through or let the blue go through? I think we should let the blue go through and then do a clear on top. So I'm gonna pour half of this like in, or a little bit more than half. A little bit more. Now this is really hot. Let me get my thermometer. Oh, this is still moving. We're waiting for this layer to get gelatin-like, and it's really liquidy, so we have a lot of time to work with that. So with that, I'm gonna pour it back just to keep it warm. I should have checked first before. I don't want to rush. And it's not going to take long at all to mix in that blue. While we're doing that, I like my spatulas versus these wooden spoons when it comes to working with melt and pour, because it allows me to scrape the sides and make sure I get all the soap out and back into the pot. So we're waiting for that to cool and I'll be right back. Oh, it's okay. We'll just talk about it. We'll leave that for the course. The in the pot details. Okay, so okay, perfect. That has gotten to the gelatin top that I like. So now I'm gonna get back to swirling this. Okay. Alright, my cup. Almost go to the top with that. Now for this size of soap molds that I use, this is the size that you'll get standard on Amazon. If you type in soap molds, I use 3 pounds of soap. When I'm doing the layered soap like this, I use most of it is clear suspension soap, 7-cent soap. It's nice and blue. Nice and blue. Look at that blue, it's so pretty. Okay. This layer is gonna stick layer. Okay. Nice and gelatin. Alright, okay, now we're gonna do our drop swirls. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Da-da-da. 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 I'm gonna use something to fan it with. I'm using the university cards. I had my back first. I'm just gonna pour it slowly and spray alcohol. What can we talk about today on this fine Tuesday afternoon? Is it Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. I had a very productive Monday, and we're definitely having a productive Tuesday, lining everything to work out just perfectly as it should. Okay, I want this layer to not penetrate. So to get this layer not to penetrate, I'm gonna use a spatula to break it up. Pushing some to the side, still penetrating, but that's okay. That's okay. This and let it kind of like sit and wait in here. Very messy. Can use the heat from the soap base and the leftover soap base in this. You can kind of get it to be a little like yellow as to not waste soap, and just mix, mix, mix. Trying to be more efficient with the resources and the things that I have to spread them longer. That's something I've learned with COVID-19. You have to always be prepared. You never know when you're gonna like not be able to get something for a long time, where there's like a loss of job income, not retaining the same amount of money, that money standard, and you know, that uncertainty that COVID has brought to my eyes. What am I talking about? The same thing that we hear in the news every day. Aren't we tired of hearing about these things? The election fraud, la da da. Nah. It's life. You gotta be aware of what's going on. What's going on? Hey. What's going on? Hey now. What's going on? Hey now. What's going on? Hey. I like how this thing just open up. So pretty. Calendula, my doula. Give y'all a lot. These are samples so everybody get. Coffee or she has some of this fresh organic dried calendula. Turmeric mint bars. So the kids are sleeping. Well, no. Sylvia's with her grandparents and Xavion's sleeping. So I'm using this time to make these sample bars. Everything's melted. Now I just have to keep up with the washing of materials. Need some assistance with that. But it's nothing to complain about. Have a good day, y'all. I don't know what this video is about, but this was a glimpse into the studio as we prepare for the next restock, which is a sample soap set, so you can start buying things for stocking stuffers, buying painting my face, buying a variety of things for starting to stock up on your Christmas gifts right now, pretty much. Okay, so yeah, have a good one. Bye. Don't judge that outro. Don't judge that outro. But it's me, Tanika. I don't want to speak too loud. I have the children are napping, so I want to use the time wisely. First thing that I'm going to do is set my soap cutter. Soap cutter is from Uncle Andy's soap cutter, for those of you that want to know. So we're going to start with the very first one that we made, which was the turmeric mint bar. We're cutting sample size bars that are at about an ounce. A little thicker than this. And when I say an ounce, I normally give you almost an ounce and a half. I normally give a little bit more than the prescribed. This is what the inside of this loaf look like. The turmeric mint bar, made with turmeric powder, organic turmeric powder, turmeric oil. It's scented with peppermint and eucalyptus essential oil, so it has a mint flavor scent, skin flavor. This is 1.4, about 1.4. That's perfect. We're gonna be able to get a lot of sample bars out of this. Do them all like this. This is gonna be the finished product. This is what your samples are gonna look like. This is gonna be the size. Each sample bar is gonna be about an ounce and a half, but on the website, I'm gonna have it listed as an ounce. So expect the minimum. The minimum is what's described, but that's So minty fresh. The minty flavor of peppermint and eucalyptus help to wake up the skin. It allows the turmeric powder to penetrate the skin to help to increase your natural skin glow. When you use the soap, use it in a circular, rub the latter in a circular motion. So for some people, they find like a turmeric paste or a turmeric mask too much for their skin, because turmeric is a very strong and potent ingredient. It's a very strong powder. So too much of it could definitely cause skin irritation, and too far of a skin brightening that you probably could have ever thought of. We're gonna get a whole bunch of samples with this. I haven't listed on the website exactly what we're gonna have. I just kind of described this sample set at the minimum, which is probably what it's gonna be, because the restock's today. Decided it is November the 11th on a Veterans Day. These are like 2 ounces when you get the back end. Like I said, at the minimum they are 1 ounce. This is 1.5, 1.45. So you're getting them at a cost of $2 an ounce. But you're getting well over that. Like for example, this one is 1.66. They all gonna weigh differently, but they'll have that one. I work a little fast here. I hear crying, I hear whining. Yes, it's a big cry. This girl had this crazy dramatic fall, like oh my god, waking up is so much, and she just falls out like on the floor, like what the heck. My grandma always said, food on here will feel. If you don't open food on here, will feel. Our beautiful turmeric